Almost every co-working business out there is looking to automate operations. And in this video, I want to show you how integrating different technologies into your main co-working software isn't just an operations topic, isn't just to save time and reduce manual processes. It's something that can heavily impact your member experience as well. So I'm going to show you a few examples of specific technologies that you can integrate with your main co-working software and what the outcome of integrating those is. So the first one is Wi-Fi. Instead of sharing your Wi-Fi password with your members, you can create a captive Wi-Fi similar to how hotels do it, where you have a Wi-Fi portal that your members can access perhaps through their email. And this is both a security topic. There's no password sharing, and generally it's a more secure way to access your network. But it can also be relevant from an operations standpoint. So you can have different networks for guests, for specific members, and give them access that way. Plus, the access sharing is automated, so you don't need to worry about people asking for the password or forgetting it, or your team having to update it or anything like that. The moment they have access to your space, either temporarily if they booked a resource or permanently if they're members, they also have access to the Wi-Fi, so that becomes a non-topic. It's all handled through the integration. The second thing is door access. Every single person needs access to your space, whether they're booking a meeting room for the day, whether they're regular members, and giving them an easy way to access your space is important, but it's also an operational topic. So you have two aspects of it. You have the unlock methods. You can allow your members to unlock doors, for example, with the Archie app, if you're using Archie as a co-working software, integrated with the door access system. So they don't need to install the Brivo app or the Keezy app. They can actually just unlock doors with their main Archie app, either through the app or by placing the phone next to the reader. This just makes it easier. They don't need to carry an extra key card, which is super annoying. They're not going to lose the key card. You don't have to issue one, collect one when their membership ends. Everything is handled through the app. And on the operational front, you also make sure that anyone who should have access to specific doors at specific times does so based on their plans. So you associate different access groups to different membership groups. So if you have a group that has access to your space 24/7, they will have 24/7 access to the doors. And if you have someone that has booked a desk for the day, they will have access just for the day. Third, payments. Obviously, you need to accept payments. This is pretty straightforward. Every co-working business will integrate with some payment providers. The only thing I can mention here that might be useful to some of you is that, for example, with Archie, you can enable different payment integrations based on the payment method. So you could be using Stripe for credit card charges and Go Cardless for direct debit. Basically, based on the payment method, have a different way of handling the payment. This can be convenient, both from a fees perspective, but also to just give more flexibility to your users to pay the way they want. Another thing that you will most definitely want to integrate with is printers. So in solutions like Archie, you can have credit-based systems for meeting rooms, for desks, for printing as well. And you can charge as well. So you can have a setup where, first of all, your members have an easy way to print. They don't need to talk to your IT to have that set up. They can actually just pretty much have almost instant access to printers. Plus, it's easy to handle the credits versus being charged for it aspect. Aside from integrating with payments, you will also want to integrate with your accounting software, which allows you to always keep in sync your invoices generated by the co-working software with what you have in your accounting software. So you always have a snapshot of all of your collected revenue and overdue revenue. And whenever an invoice is marked as paid in your co-working software, it's automatically marked as paid in your accounting software. So everything is always in sync and you don't have any finance headaches. So these are some of the main technologies that you would want to integrate in your co-working operations. Beyond this, there are a lot of features that some advanced software would handle natively, like e-signature. With Archie, you don't need to connect it to a third-party tool like HelloSign or DocuSign. You can actually do that natively with the software. The same goes for pipeline management. There is an integration with HubSpot if you want to use that, but otherwise you can simply use Archie's native features to manage prospective clients, existing clients, partnerships, and anything like that. So there are a lot of cases where, based on your unique business needs, you might choose to use a native features versus integrating an external one, or you might be using very specific software for certain business models and look at doing a custom integration either through Zapier or through the Open API. As I mentioned, this doesn't only help your team being efficient, it can actually create much better experiences for your members. So there are really advantages at different levels about integrating all of your tech stack into one single usable interconnected platform. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Alberto from Archie, and I'm hoping to see you in the next one. Take care.